Queen Camilla is not very happy with her husband King Charles because he invited his traitorous son Prince Harry to the coronation, and reportedly it is tearing the royal couple apart. This is coming from insiders who spoke with National Enquirer magazine. A palace courtier reports that Camilla is on quite the rampage after her husband welcomed Harry to the most important occasion of his life, at a time when the scandal-plagued monarchy is facing so much backlash. The palace insider said, Camilla agrees with Prince William. This was a spineless move and Charles should have banished Harry and Meghan from the kingdom, instead of sending the clear message their traitorous poison won't be tolerated. She believes Charles's decision has weakened their popularity. National Enquirer reported recently that Charles is already stressed to the max. He's apparently lost patience with trying to make his demanding wife happy. The insider reveals Charles finds her behavior disruptive and disrespectful. The insider also says he's sick and tired of people questioning his decisions and trying to undermine him. Even the palace staff has noticed the tension. Charles and Camilla are testy with each other, according to the insider. They can't sit and have a meal without arguing, and they're getting very snippy with the staff. Since he became king, Charles has been on edge. He's been taking his frustration out on a leaky pen only a few days after his mother passed away in September. He erupted, I can't bear this bloody thing every stinking time, and he had to wipe the ink off of his fingers. Meanwhile, Camilla is upset because she's been targeted by Harry's poison pen. In his bombshell memoir Spare, the renegade prince accused her of leaking negative stories about him to the media to try to make herself look better. Harry wrote, I have complex feelings about gaining a step-parent who I thought had recently sacrificed me on her personal PR altar. The insider reports Camilla can't believe that after everything Harry said and wrote about them in that dirty little book of his, Charles still extended an invitation to both Harry and Meghan. Camilla was relieved Meghan was a no-show, and so was Charles, but that doesn't take the sting out of the situation. Camilla and Harry have had an awkward relationship dating back to Princess Diana. Unlike William, who has accepted her, she says Harry continues to defame her. Camilla will never forgive him, and there are going to be difficult days in the king's household as the royal couple spars constantly. So one thing people are wondering is, would Harry be allowed back into the royal family if he and Meghan divorce? On the one hand, if he wanted to return to the UK, I'm guessing that he would be welcomed by at least some members of the family, but I don't believe that everybody would feel like that. I'm also not sure about whether or not Harry could ever be trusted again, or even let back into the inner circle of the royal family. It's not like Harry can just spend more than 3 years of his life making money-grubbing public appearances where he told so many lies and he slandered not only his own family, but also the people of the UK as well. And then he turns around and expects to be welcomed back with open arms? I don't think so. Instead, he could be offered a base in the UK, but I'm guessing he's gonna head for somewhere like South Africa. And with any luck, he will devote the next chapter of his life to helping other people and generally trying to do good. Although after Meghan's behavior when they were there, I'm not sure the locals are going to be so excited to see him. But however badly a member of the family behaves, at the end of the day, they're still considered family. And especially if Harry were in a really dangerous state, no family would want to just throw him to the wolves. But on the other hand, I suspect it doesn't make a bit of difference as to whether or not Meghan and Harry stay together. Harry has already shown who he really is deep inside, and he has caused so much damage to the royal family as an institution, but also on a personal family level. I mean, he made the last days of his grandmother so incredibly sad. Things like that cannot be forgiven. So if he and Meghan do split and he tries to return to his family, I do hope they don't let him be a working member anymore. I think if that happened, and it's unlikely that he would be allowed to do that, it wouldn't go down well with the British people after everything that he has said. I also do not believe that Prince William would allow that or be happy about it in the least. I don't think the other royals, other than maybe Eugenie, would want him back as a working member of the family, and they're right in that. And I also believe that King Charles's popularity is going to go down a lot if he allows Harry to resume his working duties. More importantly, it would not go over well with William and Catherine. They're incredibly important people right now. Catherine already talked about how difficult it was for her during the late Queen's funeral to even be around Meghan and Harry. And then we heard the announcement that Meghan was not coming to the coronation. Well, I think that tells us where William and Catherine stand when it comes to Meghan and Harry, and the truth is, they carry a lot of weight right now. The personal attacks on William and Catherine by Harry were just so unnecessary, and I'm sure that he just went there because he was trying to diminish their popularity, which of course blew up in his face. Those things do not immediately disappear. It's not like Harry can just waltz back in after having gotten rid of that nasty witch he married. Lip readers saw Harry mouth the words over at the coronation. Anybody who would expect an apology from a family that they attacked probably has no chance of redemption whatsoever. Anyway, in other news, that stupid hike Megan supposedly went on was obviously staged. If you zoom in on her face, you can see it looks dirty. And then she made that appearance with Kelly McKee. She stalked her, I'm sure, because she knows Harry. Now, photos with white children, but she looks black or brown. The mommy letter that was published to her mother for Mother's Day, but never before was a letter like that published. And how could we forget that letter that she wrote to her father, which obviously was set up by Megan? So is she going to publish a Dear Daddy letter for Father's Day? Probably not. And then we get the photos of Harry and Megan sitting at a local youth group, the sushi restaurant, reservations 10 seats, Cameron and husband not even daring to look at the two of them. According to the news, Cameron does not know her. Megan probably wasn't even there. And why in the world does Harry think that anybody wants to do anything bad to them anyway? Harry, that would require people to actually care about you, which they don't. So you know what? You don't really need all that security anyway. Harry thinks he's so intimidating, but he certainly isn't. And I'm sure Megan called up that restaurant to see who was eating there. By the way, Megan, your chicken legs need to be covered up. The thing is, nobody can erase years of this ex-mattress actress hating on everybody and everything. They're trying to put her out there, but it's not helping her at all. She hasn't done anything since Suits. I mean, how is anybody making money off of her? Going out hiking, eating, awards that she has bought and paid for? If this is the best that their PR people can do, then I guess they're just trying to make all of us laugh because I cannot take any of this seriously. The thing is, I'm sure nobody knows what to do with her. She doesn't have any talent. This BS they just put out the last few days is pitiful. Nobody cares about her. Sometimes people like to see her fail, but that's about it. And as for the Archwell Foundation, I don't even want to get started on that. I mean, Harry has admitted that he loves another woman. This is another a-hole that can easily be dealt with. I would hate to be their PR people or any kind of agent working on behalf of those two because both of them are products that nobody wants to buy. It's like a big old pile of BS on the side of the road. You can take those turds, you can polish them, you can try your best to clean them, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a steaming pile of bullcrap. And how could we forget the repeat of her UN visit to Rwanda that was paid for by charity, but she had to take her own photographer along, and she turned that visit into a fashion shoot on the backs of these poor people. And then she's getting an award from her buddy after making some big donation. You know she's going to be wearing the most expensive designer clothing that she could get her hands on. This is going to be her own coronation with her getting the crown/award. And another disgusting word salad speech.